Hey coin collectors, it's Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I wanted to go through all the silver that I purchased in 2024 and what are my thoughts around silver and the future as well. So I thought I'd go through a little bit of my stack, and starting to put this together kind of scared me on how much silver I have purchased in 2024. Way more than I actually thought. It's one of those things when you start getting them all out of their spots where I store them and start putting on the table. I can't even fit it in this screen. Like, it goes 3 times the width just to be able to get the amount of silver that I've ended up purchasing over 2024. So it's been definitely a crazy year for silver. When it started at $35 an ounce in Australian dollars, so a very low number, and it had been like that for a long time. And then we reached a top of $52.08, so an absolute crazy number. And as of in the last week, it's definitely gone down a bit. At the time of filming, it's $47.14, and I'm sure it looks like it's on a bit of a dip at the moment, but still well over $10 compared to where it started at the start of the year. So silver is definitely one of those funny ones that goes up and down a lot, but a lot of these items here have higher premiums because they're quite collectible items as well. So that's one of the things I've noticed in purchasing this. I've got a bit of a mix of some pretty cool unique items, some from the older days where I'll be able to buy them at the cheap, knowing that in the long term they'll probably add some premium. Some eclectic different items, bars, there's rounds, there's just your standard government minted stuff, and definitely some very high premium items, and just some fun stuff for myself. So I'm going to go through all the different kind of key items, and I'm going to start with bars, because bars are definitely for me a fun thing to own. So I ended up adding overall in silver this year 265 ounces of silver. So that's a crazy amount. If you times that by $52 when it was at its peak, that's definitely a nice little bit of silver to own. So for me, I collect silver. It's definitely a stacking thing, but some of the things I like to collect because I enjoy having these kind of series. But as you can see here, I think I've probably need to calm myself down in 2025 and not go as heavy on some items, but definitely, I think overall I've got no regrets. Definitely the way that silver price has gone up. So let's start with some bars and some cool stuff. So I think I've got to easily start with this one. This is handmade by Backyard Bullion himself. So Dan the Collecting Man with the Backyard Bullion logos there was pretty cool. I was lucky enough to be on his channel earlier this year, which is a big moment for my channel. And he's already confirmed that I can come on his channel again in 2025. So look out for that video. I'm going to do one all specifically around Australian silver and the benefits of buying Australian silver. So also got some of his channel bars there. So some of these handmade unique bars. So these have definitely a high premium on there. But for me, they're pretty cool to own some of these unique handmade stuff. So it just breaks up my collection a little bit more. Some other cool things, I ended up getting myself a pretty cool Geiger bar there. Got myself some PAMP bars, so something pretty unique and fun to add to the part of the collection. Some Star Wars stuff, so I got a lot of Star Wars kind of themed things because they were pretty cool. And this was quite unique. This was specific to the Hobart Mint, which is a new mint that's come in Australia. So this one is bar number 22. So a nice low minted one with the Hobart Mint, and I think this one will definitely be something that we'll be looking to collect in the future, because I think having the low mintage will be pretty cool. The Una on the line is always something that's quite collectible from the Royal Mint, so I think that's definitely something cool to add. And then we also had these ones here that just came out as well. So the Noosa Guide Collection, one of those was the antiqued version. So I got the antiqued and the non-antiqued, and I'm just waiting for the co-branded Germanium Mint Royal Mint ones. So we also saw a few of these like other kind of bars. Is the Saki Lunar Dragon bar, which was pretty cool. And I think one of the biggest bars I also got was this 10 ounce one. So I know it came out in 2023, but I ended up buying it this year. This is from the Royal Mint in the UK. This is like the coronation kind of bar from King Charles. 10 ounce bar, and it absolutely, for me, I love the design and I think it's pretty cool, and I know it had a pretty low mintage on top of that, so I'm just hoping that this will be something that will be collectible in the long term. Nonetheless, I think it's pretty cool. And compare it to this 10-ounce bar, it's a very different kind of size. Obviously, it's a little bit thicker from the backyard bullion, but nonetheless, that's pretty cool. So that is one of the biggest bars I've got, and definitely in 2025, I'm looking to get some kilo bars. So from the perthmint is definitely one that I'm pretty keen to get, and the Germanium mint silver bar, I think they absolutely pop. So they're probably 2 kilo bars I'm looking to add to my stack in 2025. But I'd love to put in the comments below what you think I should be looking out for and adding to the stack. Next, we go into rounds. Now, it's definitely a pretty cool, fun year for rounds. So I think the Trump rounds were definitely something quite collectible. So we've got quite a few here. We've got the 45th president, the 47th president, and we've got the assassination attempt was definitely a big one. A few Bitcoin ones here. So I think this is actually a coin, not a round, from the New Zealand Mint. Was definitely another cool one. And I added a lot of fractionals as well. So I got a lot of different fractional bits of silver added in there. So lots and lots of fractional stuff to add to my collection here. And as you can see, some other different ones. Just a little bit fun to add some fractional rounds, but they're probably the key rounds that I had. Then we go into government minted worldwide. So that was another fun thing to get. Definitely added a lot of different ones. So this is the African one from 2025. Looking pretty cool. Philharmonics. Definitely some of these ones, the Krugerrands are staples. Got a lot of these 2-ounce ones. So I ended up getting myself a completer one. And then these are all the other 2-ounce ones, the nice and chunky coins that have come out of late from the Tudor Beast. Obviously, this was the Queen's Beast completer. And then we had a couple of other ones like this from the Royal Mint. That was pretty cool on top of that. So, and I think I've just seen this on the 2025 version come out on top of that as well. So, definitely pretty cool. Also got some Canadian stuff, which was always a bit of fun. I love the Canadian Mint. So this one was an old one that I was able to get for a buyback, and just some Canadian maples on top of that, and definitely lots of silver eagles. So I even got myself a first strike, which was, I thought was pretty cool to get a first strike eagle. And as you can see, there's a whole heap I ended up getting from silver eagles from some older ones as well. So this one is an old one I just got. And it's come out really nice, 2012 one. So that was a nice add to the stack of collection of getting some of those staple worldwide bullion coins. Then we go into government minted from Australia, specifically Perth. I've got a few Royal Australian Mint ones, but the Perth ones were the key ones. I think let's start with the big ones here. We've got a couple of 5 ounces. So we've got the 5-ounce snake and the 5-ounce dragon. Absolutely cool. Love the quality of that. My biggest purchase from silver of the year, and luckily I bought this early in the year when silver was really cheap. This is the 1 kilo coin, so absolutely love this. 31 plus ounces of silver in this, and definitely no regrets buying that. Looking at the silver price, how it's gone, and I think again the dragon was a big year this year, so that's probably one of the reasons why I bought so much this year. Is it was the year of the dragon, so having all these different types of dragons was definitely a big value add. And I got a lot of other rounds. I forgot to show you all these ones, all the other rounds that I got, all for the dragons. So I always think they're always quite collectible. Some pretty unique designs in there as well. So, and I got this one was really cool actually. I like this one. That was a really nice one that came out. So definitely a lot there. And what else do we see? We saw the Perth Mint 125 year, so that was a pretty cool special year. And then I won't go through all of these, but like these are all the different Perth Mint ones that I ended up getting over the year. As you can see, there is a lot there, and I can just go through stacks and stacks of all of these Perth Mint products that I ended up buying this year. Got some old ones as well in there just to add and keep buying to the collection. And I ended up getting myself a lot of kangaroos as well, because I wanted to get all the year on. So you look at all the different kangaroos right up to the very first one at 2015. Big collection there. So a nice little stack from that aspect. And I've got a few old Royal Australian Mint ones. So this is a 2021, and a couple of the other ones, coat of arms, which I was hoping that the series would continue, but never did. Also saw some of these. These are the 2 ounce ones, pretty cool ones to get from that aspect. And Bullion now did a real cheap run on all these older ones, so I ended up getting myself a whole heap of these from Series 2. So that was a nice way to add to the collection here. And as you can see, there's just stacks and stacks of all these ones. These are the 1/2 ounce ones. I wasn't really looking to get some of those, but I thought at the price that they're selling them, you can't not get those and add those to the collection. And then we go into the higher premium stuff. So this is the stuff for me that is quite collectible and adding to the collection. So you can see here you've got the Pruth 125 year anniversary. So this was a 70, and I also got the Kangaroo, which was only came up as a 69. Got this one, which is pretty cool. So this was actually made at the Perth Mint, as you can see here. So we've got the Perth Mint, Australia, 1 ounce of silver with Dan the Collecting Man, with my date when I started the channel. So I thought that was pretty cool to add that. Obviously it was a bit of premium, but that's for more my collectability. Seen some of these ones as well, these kind of rounds. Now that I've got the proof one of this, but it's currently in America being graded. But that it's definitely seen some high value returns. Probably my most expensive 2 ounce silver was this one from the Royal Mint. This is the Petrucci St. George and the Dragon. Absolutely love this one. Let's have a look at it. So you can just see even by the box here how cool it looks with the Royal Mint. And have a look at that. That's an absolute masterpiece of a coin. I think it cost me about $300-400 to buy. It's now looking at around $800. It's nearer doubled the value already, but that is an absolute stunner of a piece of silver. Definitely high grade, and as you can see, a lot of quality goes into that, and just the way it's packaged for a 2 ounce bit of silver. This is one that's long term is going to hold some good value, so I'm pretty happy with that one to add that as part of a collection. And then we saw a lot of these ones. So I got more of the Perth Mint and another Kangaroo. The Great Southern Lands was another cool one. And we saw some more dragons and snakes coming out. So this is the snake colored version. So that got that one this year as well. And this is the type set of the Perth Mint 125 years. So it's all the key different ones in there. So that was pretty cool, and a lot of these Perth Mint ones. So this is the 2 ounce gold gilded, and there's just so much. And I've also got some of these other international coins as well. So this one here, I think it was a Russian one, and I got myself an old German one here. So some other unique ones, and I got myself a lot of 50 cents. So adding to that, I love the sound of that. And also got this one, some old silver. That one goes along with the nice new one that I've just got. And there's also all these other random little things. So there's some of these carded ones that we had here, and then we've got some of these ones which I ended up getting signed by the designer. So they were pretty cool. This one was pretty good from the World Money Fair. And then also this one here. So this one's another one from the Hobart Mint. This was a special limited edition one of 100. So 100 design, and all designed by the designer himself. So that was definitely pretty cool to add to the collection. So, and there's probably a lot more. I'm going to forget some of my key items that I've purchased this year. So chuck out in the comments below, is there any that you see on the table that you like, or any others that I've missed that I should have purchased? I mean, I probably don't need to get more, to be honest, because it definitely was a massive year in buying silver. But I definitely have some favorites. So my favorite, I did love this 10 ounce bar. I think the design of that is just cool for me. I mean, I know some people don't like King Charles, but nevertheless, I think that's still kind of going to be iconic and a long-term kind of design, as long as it doesn't milk spot. Hopefully it doesn't. I think that will be a very unique piece. I definitely love having the snake. I think I went to the Perth Mint on the release day of the snake, meeting Sean Rogers, and that experience of going in the back end of the Perth Mint and seeing their full production facilities, and having that tour was an experience of a lifetime that I will never ever forget. So that was definitely an experience, and being there on that day, I'll have fond memories of that specific one. Definitely having my handmade backyard bullion bar. He's the one that the reason why I started this channel, watching his videos, and I thought, you know what, I could do that myself and have a go. So if it wasn't for him, I would have never created this channel. So I have a lot to thank for him as well. And definitely this one is a favorite for me as well. I love seeing quality products like this, and the history that goes behind this one is very, very unique. So I'm very, very happy that I got this on release day and own that one. I think this is, compared to the Sovereign, Silver Sovereign that we've just seen coming out, this to me is a real collector's piece. Yes, this had a huge premium on it, and just like the Silver Sovereign, but for me this is a timeless piece of silver. And I also like these bars from the Hobart Mint. I think they come up really cool, and it's nice to get some nice low numbers in that. So they're some of my core favorite bits, and definitely the 1 kilo is a pretty cool one to own as part of a stack. I mean, I even had some of these. I got the Bullion now 2 ounce bar. I got the Germanium Mint, Ancient Ruins bars. Like, there's just so much bits of silver going around. Even some fractionals. I've got these 1 grammers here, and I've got a couple of Backyard Bullion 1 grammers. So it just keeps going on and on about all the different types of bits of silver that I was able to obtain this year. So I'm sure I can keep finding more that I haven't shown you, because there's just so much silver that I've obtained this year, and I've loved it. I've loved buying it, I've loved owning it, I've loved putting it to the stack and seeing how it grows over time. So it's definitely very cool, and definitely happy and looking forward to 2025, to seeing what kind of series I stick to. I think that's one thing I need to slow down a little bit and not buy as much, because I'd hate to know exactly how much I ended up spending this year on silver, but I think overall it was worthwhile. So give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the video and you like some of the pieces I collected in 2024, and put down your predictions and what you think you're going to see in 2025. I think we'll see a very funny year when it comes to silver. I think the cost of living is definitely going to impact people a lot more in 2025. So you find less and less people buying silver, because that's some of a nice collecting thing to have, and not everyone's going to have the financial funds to be able to buy bits of silver. So you might find there's more silver on the market to buy, and for me that's a great time to get some of those older pieces that normally have a higher premium. So I do feel like the market from a silver point of view is going to, if anything, go down a little bit potentially, because there's going to be so many people trying to liquidate some of those funds because they need that money. But that's my personal opinion. I'm happy to be proven wrong, to see what happens in the market in the next year. And if you're not yet subscribed to Dan the Collecting Man, as you can see, I do like buying lots of silver, and I do like showing it off and doing lots of videos on the actual bits of silver that I purchase. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.